So, yeah, in the end this club visit was just a huge waste of an evening. I mean, it was still nice to dance with my friends, but even nicer would have been to actually meet someone.
Man, I never realized the money you can get when you're single. Luckily, that doesn't need to worry me anymore.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Are you really entirely okay with how your boyfriend has been acting that evening?
What are you talking about?
Come on, Sugar, we all just listened to Sunset telling us. What kind of prick orders some pretzels and then complains that they're not salty enough? And then when he gets a new bowl, suddenly they're too salty for him. Y'all really get a feeling he did that on purpose.
See, and that's where the difference is. Sure, you would get that impression because you don't know him like I do. He's a man of principle, even if that means something becomes less for him. But to be honest, I did ask him what that pretzel thing was about.
And what did he say?
He said that those pretzels were actually never meant for him. Instead, he ordered them on mine and Sunset's behalf. And he knows that I like salty stuff a lot.
Well, it's fitting, 'cause you're the one who's the most salty all the time.
Not at all forced, AJ.
But I think we should shift our focus in this discussion to something more pressing. Surely you didn't include your meeting with Have a Weapons guy solely for telling the entire evening. The thing you said about him and all that he told you with the dimensions and counterparts and such, what's up with that? So does it really mean that anyone who ended up in Equestria for whatever reason, including interdimensional shenanigans, gets a counterpart in our world?
Yeah, basically. The only exception I know of are when there already exists a counterpart, and I think it also only works one way. I don't think anyone coming to this world first would cause the same reaction in Equestria.
Man, that is so fucking confusing. What the hell makes that land so fucking special?
Well, it's the main dimension of our reality. All the magic that exists in this world originally came from Equestria.
Eine Frage. What about Robus? Given that established rule about the universe, there should also exist a counterpart of him in our world. Because if I remember correctly, he did first appear in Equestria. At least that's what the other Applejack said.
Oh God, please no.
Wait, what if it's the other way around? Maybe that Robus we saw in our first episode already was the human version from here.
As hopeful as that sounds, I don't think that's the case. If you remember, he said that he would go back to Equestria. I'm not even sure if we have seen human Robus at all yet.
Or maybe the first encounter was his counterpart, and the other one who went through the portal was the one from Equestria.
I don't know, that sounds really far-fetched. And how would you explain his involvement in our magic thief plot? Which one do you think was that?
Oh man, I have no fucking clue. Is there even a counterpart of Robus? What if there just isn't?
But that would be totally contradictory. There has to be one.
Yeah, but it's Robus we're talking about. Who knows what kind of special treatment he's given himself?
Hear me, mortals! Hear me and listen!
Oh, hey Demencia. It's starting to become a habit with you.
Believe me, I know. And I'm not happy with that. Normally I wouldn't come here without there being an interdimensional emergency, but this time I need to make an exception. Because normally you mortals don't deal with interdimensional business. Do you even have any idea what this little talk you're having is doing to my work?
Well, if you ask us like that, nah, not a single clue.
Then let me give you a hint. Every time you mention something that you normally would have no reason to say, something to do with dimensions and all that, an alarm goes off in my damn surveillance center. Then I hurry over there to the monitor, only to see that the last 5 alarms were all coming from this world, and all of them were false alarms. That's really fucking annoying, especially when I'm trying to do my job. So I would please demand you to stop that.
Sorry, Demencia. We didn't know about this alarm thing. Actually, we didn't know anything about your surveillance.
Which kind of just makes you look like a complete vixer for giving us shit about it. Not really. More just like a really annoyed guardian having to deal with all these false alarms. Even right now, I'm wasting my precious time with you, all the while an actual alarm could be going off to an actual emergency. Which I am missing right now because of you.
Look, we're sorry, alright? But this whole thing just says us really worked up. And the way I know our group, we're gonna be going straight back to it once you're gone. So to avoid that, could you maybe answer us a few little questions we have about this topic? We'll rest it afterwards, I promise.
Fine, then ask away. And make it quick.
Okay, thank you, Demencia. Now, I think I'm gonna start with the question that summarizes a lot of our issues. What exactly is the rule about the stuff with the counterparts?
The rule is basically what you all have already realized. Equestria is the main dimension, and it has influence on all others in this realm. When something about Equestria changes, the other worlds adapt. Though I am working on preventing any further changes and reverting them if I can. Some characters that weren't from Equestria, like Dr. Whately or Heaven Weapon Sky, they are too deeply intertwined with the ponies and the land. Taking them away would cause suspicion. I still don't know why this keeps happening, but you'd be surprised at the number of arrivals in Equestria actually prevent it. Just to give you a little idea, we're soon gonna be approaching the 3 digits.
Really? Wow, I had no idea. And you don't know what caused this?
Not yet, at least. Let's just say we're working on it. But you know how it is with bureaus. We get so many daily tasks that need attention immediately that we barely have the time to deal with less acute stuff. But I, for one, am investing every spare minute I can into locating the source of this imbalance. And I will find it, I swear. Anyways, so was that everything?
Not quite. One thing I really want to know, I think all of us do. What about Robus?
What about him?
Given the rule you just confirmed, he has to have a counterpart in our world as well, since he first showed up in Equestria.
Well, maybe, but this isn't the case.
What?
There is only one Robus in all dimensions.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't care about that. He made sure that his counterparts were written out.
Whoa, hold the fuck on. Did you just say counterparts? As in plural?
Oops, did I really slip up just now? I mean, don't worry about that. Let this need to concern you. I just misspoke it. Of course, there was only one counterpart. But like I said, this one has been dealt with.
You're a liar! You're a liar! You know something that you're not telling us, you slimy scumbag liar!
How do you think
Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
I do not have to justify myself in front of a South Park reference. Though I must admit I can't deny how commendable it is that it was something other than SpongeBob.
So y'all's gonna tell us what's going on?
Alright. It's true, Robus also gained counterparts when he entered Equestria. But since he, as the author, exists above your reality, he's connected to more universes than just yours. He gained a counterpart in every universe which he has made a reference to in this series.
Oh, well, in that case, it shouldn't be too hard to guess. Probably just Bikini Bottom.
Sadly, no. Everything comes from quotations to adaptations.
And you're saying in all those words, there also was suddenly a Robus?
Yes, when he first came to your world in your first episode, he came here with more in mind than just video bombing your sketch. He came here to hunt down his counterpart. And that he did. He ripped the Krang out of his chest without hesitation, and his counterpart died immediately. I, as the guardian of dimensions, followed his every step, but I didn't intervene. Because he was basically doing my work for me, restoring normality in this world by getting rid of his counterparts. After he dealt with the one here, he began writing your plot about the magic thief, because he didn't know yet that there was more than just one of them left. When he was wandering to my home world, he must have seen all the other worlds where he had appeared. Without my knowledge, he returned from the turtle dimension I sent him to and began hunting down all remaining counterparts. Stopping by every dimension he ever mentioned, where there would be another Robus. He killed them all, and now he is the only one left.
Jesus in heaven. This is honestly really sick, and not in the good way.
I kind of view it as a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's nice that there really is only one Robus we need to worry about.
Klar. But on the other hand, it is undeniably pretty psycho of him to travel through countless dimensions to kill every single one of his counterparts so that only he would remain. Talk about narcissism.
But what I'm wondering now, does this revelation have any consequences for us? Is anything gonna change now?
No, I don't think so.
What? So all you did by telling us that whole story is to overwhelm us with all that far-reaching shit we can hardly comprehend?
Are you fucking serious right now? You yourselves wanted me to shed light on this topic. You literally forced me to tell you, otherwise you'd never shut up and keep triggering the alarms. Now please, just stop talking about this, okay? This is seriously no mortal's business, you understand? Just put it to rest. Bye.
Huh. And gone she is. Gotta say, I kinda feel strange inside. Like a weird mixture of satisfaction for having a better understanding of all this, but at the same time, I can't help but feel like we shouldn't just end it there. This has to have a bearing on us, doesn't it? Otherwise, this whole episode would have been just a complete waste of time.
It's called Finna, Twilight. Lore filler, to be precise.
And there we are again with the fucking meta talk. Why y'all gotta ruin my immersion like that, man?
Oh, ganz einfach. Because we can.